Briefing. November 7, 2024. Subject, Time Magazine. Article Summary. 1. Common causes of coughing in children and symptoms to watch for. A cough lasting more than 3 weeks may indicate underlying issues such as asthma, allergies, or bacterial infections, requiring medical attention. Symptoms like difficulty breathing, high fever, and changes in the sound of the cough also necessitate prompt medical care. Parents should closely monitor their child's cough and be vigilant for any abnormal symptoms. 2. The upcoming closure of the Jersey Journal is regrettable. The Jersey Journal is a well-known local newspaper that has accompanied several generations and serves as an important link within the community. The newspaper's closure signifies a decline in local news reporting and community connections, reflecting a broader democratic issue. Readers express deep regret over the loss of this familiar publication. 3. Challenges Trump may face if elected again. A trade war could resurface, impacting the Chinese economy, though China may also have incentives to negotiate. Trump might again leverage the Taiwan issue for pressure, but significant changes to the status quo are unlikely. The competition for chips may escalate, with Trump potentially repealing Biden's CHIPS Act. 4. Coronado High School football team's record-breaking season. The team has achieved 26 consecutive wins and is poised to defend its title as 5A state champions. The team has broken or tied multiple state records, including total goals in a season and number of games without conceding a goal. There is strong confidence among the team and staff regarding their chances of repeating as state champions. Overall, these articles cover various fields including children's health, local news, international relations, and high school sports, providing both practical medical advice and in-depth analysis of socio-cultural and political economic issues, making them rich in content and worthy of attention. Briefing. The impact of climate change on polar bears and future U.S. Internet policy directions. Article Summary. 1. Polar bears face new challenges. Climate change is causing rising temperatures in the Arctic, severely affecting polar bear survival. Research has found that polar bears are experiencing significant fur loss and severe injuries, primarily due to abnormal ice conditions caused by climate change, which cling to their fur and paws, leading to tearing and damage. This situation is particularly severe in eastern Greenland. 2. Major changes in Internet policy ahead. If Trump is re-elected, his administration may favor Musk's Starlink satellite network. The Trump administration could relax regulations on Starlink and cut funding for other broadband projects, creating a more favorable environment for Starlink's development. Additionally, the Trump administration might repeal net neutrality rules, which would negatively impact Internet users. 3. Broadband infrastructure development may accelerate or slow down. The Trump administration might simplify some requirements of the BEAD program, such as diversity and climate change considerations, to speed up project timelines. However, some experts believe that significant cuts to the NTIA's budget and authority could further delay the BEAD projects. In summary, climate change poses severe challenges to polar bear survival, while the future direction of U.S. Internet policy is set to undergo significant changes, both of which warrant close attention. The articles provide comprehensive content, highlight key points, and present clear logic, offering readers rich information and insights. November 7, 2024 Briefing. Subject: Performance of AI search engine Perplexity during the U.S. presidential election. Key information points. 1. Perplexity promises that its Election Information Center will serve as a gateway to understanding key issues, making informed voting decisions, and tracking election results. 2. Perplexity performed well on election night, providing mostly accurate voting information and result tracking, attributed to reduced AI usage. 3. Perplexity is completing a $500 million funding round, with the company's valuation expected to reach $9 billion. 4. Perplexity has implemented stricter protective measures, sourcing information from trusted channels like Democracy Works and the Associated Press, though the risk of errors still exists. 5. Experts indicate that any AI-generated content cannot be fully trusted, and users still need to verify information sources independently. Summary. Perplexity demonstrated relatively stable performance during the U.S. presidential election by reducing AI usage and utilizing reliable information sources, avoiding significant errors. However, due to the limitations of AI-generated content, users should remain cautious in verifying information sources. Perplexity is undergoing an important funding round, indicating its growing position in the AI search field. Overall, Perplexity achieved some success in providing election information, but still needs further improvements to ensure accuracy and reliability. Briefing: renowned media critic James Rainey passes away. On November 7, 2024, renowned media critic James Rainey passed away at his home in Manhattan, New York, at the age of 60. Rainey wrote the news clips column for The Village Voice, offering sharp observations and critiques of local and national media. Seth Rogovoy of the Berkshire Eagle wrote in 1995, "Perhaps no one has dissected the domestic print media as precisely as James Rainey." Additionally, Rainey served as the editor of Inc. magazine and founded an online fintech newsletter. His friend, Michael Tomasky, editor of The New Republic, noted that Rainey was a passionate reader of tabloids and wrote the news clips column during the rise of media criticism. Rainey's sister, Catherine Rainey Risher, confirmed his passing but did not disclose the specific cause of death. The loss of this outstanding media critic will undoubtedly be a significant blow to the industry. November 7, 2024 Briefing. Summary. Jamie Dimon's wife, Judith Kent, campaigned for vice presidential candidate Kamala Harris in Lansing, Michigan. Dimon himself has not publicly endorsed any presidential candidate but was considered by Trump for the position of Treasury Secretary. Harris has garnered support from numerous women in business and entertainment, including Taylor Swift, Beyoncé, and Melinda Gates. These supporters believe Harris is a competent and steady leader capable of defending women's rights, supporting caregivers, and promoting social equity. Analysis. Judith Kent's involvement highlights Harris's support within the business and finance sectors. Although Dimon has not made a public statement, his wife's actions indicate their support for Harris. Furthermore, Harris has received backing from many prominent women who believe she can represent women's interests and advance social equity. This support will undoubtedly bolster Harris's campaign in key swing states. Overall, this information underscores Harris's influence in the business, finance, and female communities, enhancing her chances in the upcoming election. Scientific Report Briefing. 1. The new relationship between science and the presidential election. After Trump's election in 2016, tens of thousands participated in the March for Science. In the 2020 election, journals like Nature and The Lancet Oncology publicly endorsed candidates for the first time. Today, COVID-19 is no longer the dominant issue in elections, and public trust in science has declined. Scientists and scientific journals face new realities. 2. Major astronomical discovery: rotating lens. A galaxy cluster located 5 billion light-years away has formed a rare, gravitational lens due to its strong gravity. This rotating lens magnifies the light from 7 galaxies located 7.6 to 12 billion light-years away. This phenomenon allows astronomers to delve into the early stages of the universe and better understand the behavior of dark matter and dark energy. 3. Academic Seminar on the 70th Anniversary of Brown v. Board of Education. The American Journal of Law and Equality has published a special issue exploring the relationship between this landmark ruling and democracy. The article argues that the Brown case not only strengthened voting rights but also enhanced individuals' ability to vote with their feet, which is crucial for understanding the ruling and its legacy. 4. Fossil Museum in the Tatacoya Desert. Cesar Perdomo established a small paleontology museum, La Tormenta, showcasing fossils from the Miocene epoch, 13 million years ago. Many unique fossils have been discovered here, including giant carnivorous birds and large ungulates, filling the fossil gap between South America and North America. In summary, these articles cover the new relationship between science and politics, significant astronomical discoveries, legal historical research, and the story of a small fossil museum. They showcase advancements and challenges in scientific research, providing diverse perspectives. Briefing: animals also enjoy alcohol. Article summary. 1. Animals can become intoxicated from accidentally consuming fermented fruits. For example, 2 black vultures discovered in Watertown, Connecticut, in April 2024 were such cases. They regained sobriety after resting, eating, and hydrating, rejoining their group. 2. Besides vultures, other animals, such as bears, birds, and moose, can also get drunk from consuming fermented foods, drawing the attention of researchers. 3. Researchers propose 4 possible reasons: 1. Accidental ingestion. 2. High sugar content in alcohol providing energy. 3. Alcohol possibly having medicinal value, such as containing antioxidants or protecting insect larvae from parasites. 4. Alcohol stimulating endorphin and dopamine systems, providing relaxation and pleasure. 4. Overall, animals can become intoxicated from accidentally consuming fermented foods, a phenomenon that has garnered researchers' interest. They have proposed 4 possible reasons, including accidental ingestion, nutritional value, medicinal properties, and the pleasure it brings. These findings enrich our understanding of animal behavior. Briefing: New York News Overview. 1. Fraud accusations prevent individual from standing trial. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office stated that doctors have determined Mickey Barreto is mentally unfit for criminal proceedings. The judge has given him 7 days to find suitable inpatient psychiatric treatment. Barreto is accused of forging documents, claiming ownership of the New Yorker hotel, and attempting to collect rent from hotel tenants. He stated this is a better outcome as he is no longer seen as a criminal, but as a mentally ill person. 2. Severe dengue fever epidemic. 2024 has seen a record number of dengue fever cases, with over 23 million reported globally, resulting in 8,500 deaths. Research indicates that certain bacteria can accelerate the development of dengue mosquito larvae, which is significant for the mass production and release of non-biting male mosquitoes to help control mosquito populations. 3. New York State constitutional amendment passed. New York voters approved Proposal 1 with a 72% support rate, aimed at enshrining broad anti-discrimination protections in the state constitution. The amendment prohibits discrimination based on race and religion, as well as disability, age, ethnicity, nationality, and gender, including sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender expression. It also prohibits discrimination based on pregnancy status, pregnancy outcomes, and reproductive health and autonomy. 4. Korean barbecue and quality meat shops become emerging hotspots. HYUN Korean barbecue restaurant offers selected Japanese Wagyu, providing guests with an exquisite dining experience. HYUN Quality Meat Shop is the first in the U.S. to import whole boneless Wagyu from Japan, offering unique options for holiday gatherings and gifts. In summary, this news cycle covers various aspects including fraud accusations, the dengue fever epidemic, the passing of a constitutional amendment, and emerging dining trends, highlighting the most valuable information points while succinctly summarizing the content, achieving a balance of richness and conciseness. Briefing: Sustainable business practices and ESG assessment. Key points. 1. Companies need to not only publish sustainability reports and participate in other ESG practices, but also integrate ESG work into their strategy and operations. Key initiatives include identifying key ESG issues within the industry, developing competitive measures, establishing accountability mechanisms to ensure board commitment, instilling a sense of mission regarding sustainability and good governance across the organization, decentralizing ESG activities throughout operations, and regularly communicating transparently with investors about ESG matters. 2. To achieve long-term profitability, boards must focus more on ESG issues and base their actions on a compelling corporate purpose. The SCORE framework can guide board actions, clarify and communicate goals, link goals to strategic and capital allocation decisions, ensure all employees embrace the company mission and are capable of achieving it, tie ESG performance to executive compensation, and use data and narratives to demonstrate to stakeholders how goals are achieved and sustainability is enhanced. 3. Over the past decade, an increasing number of institutional investors have focused on companies' performance in environmental, social, and governance aspects. Sustainalytics, a sustainable analysis company, identifies risks faced by companies, assesses their management capabilities, and engages in follow-up dialogues to ensure accurate analysis. Companies should proactively showcase their best practices to improve ESG ratings. 4. A study involving over 1,600 employees found that hybrid work models, part remote, part in-person, not only did not reduce productivity compared to full in-person work, but also increased employee job satisfaction and reduced turnover by 1/3, especially among non-management, female employees, and long-distance commuters. Managers also found that hybrid work models improved their productivity. This indicates that with high-level support and proper implementation, hybrid work models may be a better choice. In summary, companies need to deeply embed ESG work into their strategy and operations, while also focusing on employee work experiences to attract and retain talent and achieve long-term sustainability. Briefing. 2024 U.S. Presidential Election Preview. 1. Actor Hugh Grant's career transformation. Transitioning from a romantic comedy star to various villain roles, Grant's acting range has broadened. In his new film The Heretic, he portrays a disturbing religious fanatic, showcasing a darker and more complex side. 2. Vogue magazine's Taylor Swift Fan Gift Guide. Vogue offers thoughtful gift suggestions for different types of Swift fans, covering everything from everyday outfits to home decor. 3. The role of Green Party candidate Jill Stein. Although the Green Party candidate has little chance of winning, her performance in key swing states could still influence the Democratic candidate's outcome. Democrats have begun targeted attacks on Stein to undermine her influence. 4. Gambling market predictions for election outcomes. Unlike polls, the gambling market often more accurately predicts election results because participants have financial stakes. Currently, the gambling market's assessments of Trump and Harris's chances are changing, which is worth noting. Overall, the 2024 U.S. election will be a fierce contest, with various factions employing different strategies to influence the outcome. We need to closely monitor developments and objectively analyze changes in the situation to prepare adequately for the upcoming vote. Briefing. Current state of American society as reported by Vanity Fair. 1. Following Trump's election, billionaire Elon Musk is poised to gain significant government positions and federal contracts during Trump's second term, which would greatly benefit his companies. However, this bright future does not seem optimistic for the average citizen, as the Trump administration may significantly cut federal budgets, leading to widespread economic hardship. 2. Musk and his pro-Trump Political Action Committee have been accused of violating state or federal laws. Under Musk's leadership, Twitter has become a breeding ground for misinformation, exacerbating societal divisions in the U.S. 3. Despite Trump's repeated claims that he would only lose if Democrats manipulated the election, his campaign team is already preparing for a potential defeat. This reflects the deep divisions within American society, with violent incidents and threats against election officials occurring nationwide. 4. The root cause of America's societal division lies in the design of social media algorithms, which focus solely on eye-catching content rather than facts and rationality. To repair America, social media companies need to redesign their algorithms to serve citizens' right to information rather than profit. Only then can Americans rebuild a common foundation of reality. In summary, this article provides an in-depth analysis of the current state of division in American society, pointing to the imbalanced design of social media algorithms as a root cause. It proposes solutions, urging tech companies to redesign algorithms to serve democratic citizenship rather than mere profit. This is a comprehensive, insightful, and constructive social analysis report. Political landscape on the eve of the 2024 U.S. election. Summary. 1. The 2024 U.S. election is entering a heated phase, with Democratic candidate Kamala Harris and Republican candidate Donald Trump evenly matched in key swing states like Arizona and Pennsylvania. Vote counting may take several days, raising concerns about a repeat of the 2020 election. 2. The Republican Party is taking various measures to influence the election outcome, including filing numerous election lawsuits and forming large election monitoring teams. The Democrats are also assembling a strong legal team. Both sides are fully preparing for potential election disputes. 3. Meanwhile, a California judge ruled that renowned rapper Dr. Dre does not need to stay away from the mediator in his divorce case with his ex-wife, who previously accused Dr. Dre of harassment. This case reflects the challenges celebrities face in family disputes. 4. Actress Aubrey Plaza strongly condemned comedian Tony Hinchcliffe's racially insensitive remarks about Puerto Rico at a Trump rally. This reflects the ongoing tensions in American society regarding racial issues. 5. Scottish Liberal Democrat MP Jamie Stone shared his unconventional political journey from farm worker to MP, emphasizing the importance of personal experience and community identity in local politics. This provides positive inspiration for young people entering politics. Overall, these articles reflect the complexity and uncertainty of the current American political landscape, with various forces preparing for the upcoming election while highlighting existing societal tensions related to race and family. This information is valuable for understanding the direction of American politics. Briefing: New discoveries in Maya civilization and traits of male partners. Article summary. 1. New discoveries in Maya civilization. A Maya city named Valeriana has been discovered in the Mexican jungle, thanks to a doctoral student's remote archaeological work. This city exhibits typical features of a Maya political center, such as plazas, pyramids, and ball courts. This discovery is attributed to advancements in LiDAR technology, allowing archaeologists to scan entire regions for archaeological sites hidden beneath dense foliage or concrete. The process of this discovery parallels the 19th century discovery of the Tikal site, both initiated by local rumors leading to the exploration of cultural heritage in the jungle. 2. Traits of ideal partners. To find an ideal partner, soulmate, one should look for the trait of a couple bubble. The couple bubble is characterized by 1. Prioritizing the relationship, 2. Enhancing individuality through the relationship, 3. Providing a safe space within the relationship. Individuals possessing these traits are ideal partners capable of building a healthy relationship together. 3. Impact of stress on physical and mental health. Stress can affect physical health in various hidden ways, such as gastrointestinal issues, hair loss, decreased libido, skin problems, increased heart rate, elevated blood pressure, and increased appetite. Prolonged stress may negatively impact the heart, brain, fertility, and immune system. Therefore, recognizing and managing stress is crucial for physical and mental well-being. In summary, this article vividly presents various aspects of human exploration of the unknown, the search for happiness, and coping with stress, through new discoveries in Maya civilization, traits of ideal partners, and the effects of stress on health. The content is rich and thought-provoking. Briefing. Subject: Family trauma and intergenerational relationships. The article synthesizes multiple perspectives on how to break free from family trauma and harmful family dynamics. It presents several key points. 1. Empathy is crucial. Parents should learn to listen to and understand their adult children's emotions rather than simply acknowledging their mistakes. 2. Even if parents have made errors, as long as they have made their best efforts and maintain open communication with their children, they can still be considered good parents. 3. Positive signs include allowing children to play in shared spaces, fostering children's independence, maintaining good family communication, and acknowledging and learning from mistakes. 4. Even in the presence of intergenerational conflicts, as long as children are willing to revisit, seek help from parents, or maintain respect amidst disagreements, it indicates successful parenting. In summary, the article emphasizes that even when family relationships are fraught with trauma, parents can establish good intergenerational relationships by approaching their children with empathy and openness, allowing them space to grow. The key lies in understanding and acceptance rather than merely assigning blame. Briefing: Series of reports by The Atlantic. The Atlantic is launching a series called RVA 100, exploring the defining figures, places, and items of the Richmond area. This series will introduce various iconic aspects of Richmond over 100 days, some familiar and some potentially new to readers. Among them, the history of the Richmond Raceway serves as a representative example. Established in 1946, the raceway was initially called the Atlantic Rural Exposition Ground, part of the Virginia State Fair, hosting events like Strawberry Hill horse racing and Indian racing open competitions. Later, NASCAR became synonymous with this track, with Lee Petty winning the Grand National Championship here in 1953, and his son Richard Petty setting a record of 13 wins. This facility has undergone several name changes, from Atlantic Rural Exposition Ground to Virginia State Fair Exhibition Ground, then to Richmond Fairgrounds Raceway and Richmond International Raceway, finally being named Richmond Raceway in 2017. The track itself has also undergone multiple renovations, from the asphalt paving in 1969 to the current 3/4-mile oval track established in 1988. In the past decade, Richmond Raceway has undergone $30 million in upgrades to modernize facilities and enhance the spectator experience. This has allowed NASCAR's premier events to be held here continuously since 1955. Overall, this series of reports vividly showcases the historical culture of the Richmond area, highlighting the unique charm of the region. 2024 U.S. Presidential Election, Key Decisions in Foreign Policy. Summary. In this U.S. presidential election, Democratic candidate Kamala Harris and Republican candidate Donald Trump have fundamental differences in foreign policy. Harris has proposed pragmatic border control and immigration reform plans, attempting to balance law enforcement with humanitarian concerns. In contrast, Trump continues to push his extreme nativism, aiming to make America great again through mass deportation of illegal immigrants. The foreign policy directions of both candidates not only concern U.S. national interests, but will also profoundly impact the global landscape. Harris's pragmatic approach helps maintain U.S. leadership on the world stage, while Trump's isolationism will severely damage America's international reputation and influence. Key information points. 1. Harris has proposed a pragmatic border control and immigration reform plan, including strengthening border enforcement, opening legal immigration channels, and providing legal status for undocumented immigrants. This approach balances law enforcement with humanitarian concerns, helping to address the long-standing immigration issues faced by the U.S. 2. Trump continues to promote his extreme nativism, promising the largest deportation effort in history, attempting to use violent means for mass deportation of illegal immigrants. This would not only cause severe social unrest but also significantly harm U.S. economic development and international image. 3. The foreign policy directions of both candidates will determine America's future role on the global stage. Harris's pragmatic approach helps maintain U.S. international leadership, while Trump's isolationism will lead the U.S. into international isolation. In summary, the foreign policy choices in this U.S. presidential election not only concern national interests, but will also profoundly impact the global landscape. Voters need to carefully consider the differing positions of both candidates to make informed choices. Briefing: the key role of asset owners in addressing climate change. Key information points. Summary. 1. Asset owners, such as pension funds, charitable foundations, etc., control a significant amount of capital in the financial system and play a crucial role in driving investments for climate change mitigation. 2. Research indicates that asset owners are increasingly recognizing the environmental impact of investment decisions and striving to align their investment goals with global efforts to limit climate change. However, challenges remain, including risk perception, lack of training in climate investment, and coordination with portfolio objectives. 3. To achieve the net zero emissions target by 2050, low-carbon investments need to exceed $5 trillion annually by 2030. Asset owners are taking actions such as small-scale low-risk allocations or specialized investments, but the overall trend is to better align financial returns with environmental goals. 4. The research suggests several key interventions, including training financial advisors, extending investment time horizons, and increasing engagement with beneficiaries and stakeholders to accelerate climate investment. In summary, as the threat of climate change becomes increasingly severe, asset owners are recognizing their critical role in climate investment and taking some actions. However, they still face numerous challenges and need targeted measures to accelerate investment efforts and support global climate goals. Smithsonian Magazine Briefing. 1. Disease vectors such as dengue fever, yellow fever, and Zika virus, the Aedes albopictus mosquito, whose larvae accelerate development upon contact with certain bacteria. This discovery is significant for improving plans to control mosquito populations, as these plans involve the mass release of non-biting male mosquitoes. 2. With climate change, the environmental conditions for the spread of infectious diseases are becoming increasingly favorable, making effective mosquito population control crucial for mitigating the impact of climate change on human health. 2024 has seen the most severe dengue fever cases, with 23 million reported globally and 8,500 deaths. 3. Research has found that 2 species of bacteria belonging to the Assaea genus can accelerate the development of Aedes albopictus larvae, which may provide valuable assistance for mass production. These 2 bacteria seem to achieve this by affecting the larvae's microbiome. 4. Kamala, an Asian elephant at the National Zoo in Washington, D.C., was euthanized due to arthritis. This news sparked various humorous speculations and comments online regarding the Republican and Democratic parties, but some expressed sadness over the loss of this beloved animal. In summary, these articles address issues related to mosquito-borne diseases, the impact of climate change on human health, and the tragic death of an Asian elephant at the National Zoo in Washington, D.C. The content is rich and informative, with the editor providing a concise summary that highlights the most valuable information points clearly.